Hello, this is Carlos from Maerketing. In this presentation, we are tearing down Inflectra.com, which is a software suite for developers. Of course, this video is just a supplement for the real blog post and for the slides that you can download on Maerketing with ae.com/Inflectra. So what is this presentation about? It is about Inflectra, which is a huge software suite, just like Jira, if you know that. If you're a developer, you are probably familiar with that. And in this presentation, we're going through a lot of channels that they use for their marketing, and we're seeing them doing 99% right things. So here you can really learn the best practices of SaaS marketing. Of course, the disclaimer, as always, for every teardown we have on our page, we're not affiliated with the company Inflectra, and this is just us observing the company from the public, from everything that's visible publicly. So you can do the same. I encourage you to do so. There's a lot to learn about SaaS marketing here. First, what is Inflectra? This is an overview about the products that they offer, and there are a lot of them actually. It's a complete suite for developers, from all this development, lifecycle management to automation, and then even help desk. So they're competing with a lot of different tools out there. And it looks like they're doing a good job. They have thousands of customers. It could be that their secret sauce has something to do with self-hosting. They have very good plans, I would say. It starts with a very low price. And this is just download for one time. So you install it on your server and it runs forever. So that's really an attractive solution here. Every component of the system can be purchased as a self-hosting on-premise. So I think this is hits a very sweet spot for clients or customers who don't want to go into putting all their data online. So they can have it hosted on their own service, which can be more data secure. Target customer, of course, as said before, developers, but it looks like they have a lot of government organizations, larger corporations, organizations that of course want to keep their data for themselves. So I think this is again where this plays into this pricing model that they have. And they have a customer list. I encourage you to check it out. It's here. If you click this link in the presentation. So not only do they state all the flagship customers here, they also have a searchable customer list. So we can actually see who's using it in Australia, for example. Now, I had a look at what people are saying, and I used the Twitter search for it. I used GetApp. We come to Twitter later. But for GetApp, they have some good ratings, 4 stars, 5 stars, and it looks like people are really liking it. For 3,000 customers, though, I would expect they have some more ratings. I think they could definitely be better here. I want to go quickly through the marketing channels, and this is described in the book Traction. There are 19 traction channels that anyone can use, but most likely there only need to be one that's really working in order to blow up a company. In this case, what we see here, a lot of things seem to be working, especially in this area where we don't know exactly what they're doing from the outside because it's not all visible. But of course, they're also doing a great job here. I think that's a bit more relevant for us at this point. Some things they don't do, like those things here. And that's something, but that obviously doesn't need to make sense for them, but it's something worth considering. If you look at the website, this is what we see. And of course, we have these 3 points here. Let me make that a bit smaller. Okay, so now we see these 3 points here. So of course, we are talking about one clientele, one customer group, and they need a lot of tools, but it's really a bunch. So the slider, for example, he goes through different software products. So it's not really focused. It's a huge suite of things, and this is why the website also is not that focused, at least not here. But then when we go through it, we see some nice things. So for example, this quick content browser here, where we see that's really nicely interlinked. So the on-page SEO is really good. We come back to that later as well. So I think the website cannot be improved a lot. They have a product comparison chart. I'm not opening this on the website now, which I like the idea. However, they don't interlink this one here, and it's only for 3 products, so it's not for everything. So there could be a bit of improvement, because of course it's also very complex because there's so many products. And the site structure is great. As I said before, everything is interlinked. Now, when we go to social media, we see a bit of a blank space. So for example, Facebook, incredible. They have so many status updates and links here. Almost every blog post is tweeted out and put on Facebook, but almost no engagement. So they have 200 likes for 200 posts or more, and only 10 total comments. Of course, we cannot expect anything more because we have only 181 fans here. So that's really something. Why not shut it off completely? Because no one looks at it anyway. With Twitter, it's the same thing, but with Twitter at least, they are responding to customer service requests. So they're mostly delegating them to sales or the support system. And yeah, I mean, for example, they got tweets from other people talking about them, but they don't retweet that. So what I mean by that is they are not really marketing. They're not using social media as a marketing tool. Twitter as well, they're posting out things, but it doesn't matter because they're only 200 followers. So they could also just stop it. Social media, it really is not a focus for them. It rather looks like they have someone tweeting when it comes across them and not using it strategically. Same with LinkedIn. They're putting everything out there when they post, but only less than 200 followers. So it doesn't really make sense to use this. For PR, it's the same thing. They have a press release section that we can look at here. Let me see. So they have news articles and even press releases here, for example. So really a bunch. Now, this is all great, but I Googled some of these topics and I've never seen it popping up. So it looks like these press releases are just put there on the page and left there alone. So that's something that could get improved with some simple PR work of distributing articles to reporters who might use it for their own reference, for their own articles. And there are some blogs writing about it, and this is the great thing, because Inflectra now has reached a point where it's taking off after critical mass. So people write about them. I still have the gut feeling here that this could be fired up much more. There could be more help for other blogs writing about them. So for example, a niche blogger strategy, as described in the Traction book, could work at this point because there's already some good stuff out there. There just needs to be happening more. So these things are just serendipity that people talk about them. So for example, here, this blog post talking about Inflectra. If you scroll down, here it is. Yeah. And when that happens, it needs to be retweeted and can be even written about them, can be encouraged. Yeah? Some kind of relationship to these bloggers to help them write more about Inflectra. Okay, so PR doesn't seem to have a large presence here for them. Content marketing, on the other hand, is a bit better again. They blog a lot. And what struck me was it was hard to find the blog. So first I thought this is the blog here. These news articles. But then I found, okay, we have ideas. So this is news articles in the news, and then we have blog posts, which is also this section here, ideas. So ideas blog is actually their content. And if we see here, they're posting a lot. So every month that is every week, at least one post. Yeah. And of course, that's always, not always. So it's, I would say, 50% about them, like Spirotest, Chronodesk, and so on. But there's also helpful content, like this or like this. So I think that's really the way to go. If we look at the blog post, though, there's not much engagement. So the tweets and the shares are probably from themselves and the LinkedIn shares. But there's not more. I mean, you cannot comment on it. I assume here that people rarely read the blog. Someone is writing good stuff, but people don't read it. And that gut feeling goes on with, okay, white papers. That I don't know exactly because it's hard to see who's actually reading them. But if we see here, it's like a blog. It is not something where you put in your email address and you get a very high quality white paper. It's more like a blog post. So this, for example, is a white paper here. Yeah, which is good. You can download it in Word, which I really like. But I don't know how much it is used. And the same with videos. If we go back of the next slide with videos here. So if you look at the YouTube channel, so videos here, So how many videos are these? 7 videos? Almost no views, no significant views, right? So I guess that's not really a strength. That's not really a focus to do anything with video marketing here. So that'd be something to consider at one point. Okay, moving on to marketing ideas. We're coming already to the end of this presentation. As I said, it is 99% complete already. What I mean by that? I mean, Inflectra is selling their software through partnerships, through partners, and you can look this up on the website. Here, they have a partner section. And if you're running your own software as a service, you're marketing it, I encourage you to have a look at this section because there's a lot to learn here. They have a huge partner network and they are implementing it, they're reselling it. And I think this is the real sales driver. I don't think they really need content marketing at this point. Content marketing or social media or even online advertisement. I don't think it's a deal here. So my gut feeling is they don't need to improve anything. However, if they want to polish something, go for some simple automation, do more syndication, a bit of PR work, and fix some smaller issues with the site. Put, for example, an email opt-in in front of the white papers, and yeah, maybe just use a bit of more of a funnel approach on the website, because I don't know how much that happens right now. For me, it looks like they're relying a lot on these partners, which is good. I'm just saying, if you want to improve anything here, I would go this route. Yeah, this is some fine-tuning advice that I would have. And that's already it for this software as a service. And for your software as a service, if you want to have your software as a service analyzed, just hit me up. Send me an email or opt in on the webpage, maerketing.com. Of course, I also encourage you to test out Inflectra, because if you're a developer, that might be the tool for you. If you use Jira, you're unhappy, why not give it a shot? So please visit Maerketing, opt into our email list, because we're shipping a lot of these teardowns this year, and I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you give me feedback if there's anything I can include. So for example, just a free analysis of your SaaS, I'm happy to do that. Just send them in, info@maerketing.com. Have a great day.